Hey everyone, welcome back, y'all. We are back to give you a debt update. We are trying to do this on a weekly basis. I'm trying to throw anything extra after everything is paid out for the week, whatever I can squeeze out of my grocery budget, and then some goes to paying off our extra debt. As of last week, we had $11,115.70 in debt. It was about around the first week of June when we were over $15,000 in debt. And ever since then, I dropped going and putting a bunch of my sinking funds, money into my sinking funds. I dropped down to just a very few sinking funds now that I do on a weekly basis to replenish some of the funding sources that I'm currently using and floating us through to use those sinking funds for things such as the kids' spring and summer clothes that I had fully funded, things such as the prepper pantry, what we had left in household to kind of buffer us so that we didn't have to use our monthly income right now, and we're using sinking funds that were already funded for if anything were to hit the fan or when we needed those items at a specific time, such as the spring and summer clothes. We've been purchasing them and we're coming to the tail end of what we need to purchase. I will be giving you an update here that maybe this coming week, coming up next week, and show you what I have in some of the binders left after pulling out of my sinking funds and floating us. The extra money that I'm not using out of my income on a weekly basis now is going straight to debt. So if I were to have to buy clothes right now, or if I were to pull money out of my income right now instead of my prepper pantry envelope or my household envelope or some pets envelope and things of that nature, I wouldn't have been able to put as much towards debt as I have been. So let's just recap again. I had $11,115.70 as of last week. This week alone, plus the $25 that I had from last week that I showed you on my budget sheet I just showed you today, I was able to put an extra $25 out of my grocery budget from last week, the first week of July, and put it towards my consolidation loan. So you see my consolidation loan is the first one here, and it was sitting at $4,925. That is what I owe left, and I am done paying the consolidation loan once I get that worked out. That is a $475 a month payment, y'all. I'm also adding the extra $300 at the beginning of every month. That used to be Affirm. That was the first account I paid off, and I threw so much at it in June, it was crazy. I wasn't scheduling myself to pay it off until July 3rd, and I paid it off before the first week of July. So I do the Snowball method, which means once all of that money is paid off in one account, I'm taking that $300 that I normally would put on Affirm, and I'm rolling it over into the additional payment that I'm already making for my consolidation loan. Now, the consolidation loan, again, is $475 a month. It's supposed to be over the next 12 months. So I would be done with the program in July of 2024. And y'all, that's just too much for me. I don't want to take that much time up. So I made the $300 payment along with the $475 payment for the month of July. And then yesterday, I made a $25 payment. Not a very big payment, but y'all, every dollar counts. Then I decided to go ahead, and even though I was going to put the money in the back of my first page of my binder set where I have my cash envelopes, $265 for this week is what I have left over after my cash envelopes are stuffed, my sinking funds are stuffed. Out of that $515 for the second week of July, I squished just as hard as I could. Now, we haven't done the grocery shop, but y'all, I'm not going over $125. It's not happening. In fact, I'm trying to squeeze it down low. I'm looking at budget meals right now. I am looking at what I have in my preps that I can offset us with preps and not buy as much at the grocery store and kind of squeeze us yet again to see if I can squeeze out just a little bit more money this week before it's all said and done. I will give you that final total update on Monday when I do my grocery shop. So the $265, I did go ahead and just throw that on to the consolidation load, made another payment. I am down from the original one of, what was it? It was $4,925. I made a $25 payment, bringing it down to $4,900. I made an additional $265 payment. It's bringing me down to $4,635. Now, the next one to move over to is our Verizon account, y'all. Our Verizon account. Now, I am holding off. I just told you guys I was going to do some research, maybe put my son into a different phone plan and things of that nature. I'm holding off on that because I don't want to have to pay for another activation fee and things of that nature. My son's phone is going out, but it's still usable. One of the speakers has gone out. So by going ahead and making that $133 payment to Verizon, y'all, $133 and some change, okay, I have been able to bring that down to $1,255.78. Again, this is over all of our devices. Danya has a Samsung Galaxy 22 FE, 256 gigabyte. I bought it for her 13th birthday in April of 2022. Jessica has a 9th generation 256 gig iPad. I bought that not too long ago, and that payment is still in the $500 range for what I need to pay off. But y'all, her payment's only $15. Danya's payment is only a little over $12 because it was originally almost $25 for Danya's phone every month, but there was a huge coupon on it where I only have to pay half and Verizon pays half. So I pay $12 and some change. Verizon pays $12 and some change. They pretty much match me, and I'm okay with that. My iPhone 13, 128 gig, y'all, I forgot how much I owe on it, but mine is Danya, mine is Jessica's, and it would be mine that's left over. By lowering the bill pay for Philip of $133 and change and paying off that phone for him, now his amount will go down by approximately $20 per month. Not a lot, but that's $20 off my next phone bill. So when you see August's come out for my budget, you'll see that I'm no longer paying $200 for Verizon. I'll be paying $180 because the payment for his phone has dropped off. I am holding as hard and tight as I can not to purchase another phone just yet, even though I really, really want to do it. My family loan is the third one. It's still sitting at $1,760. I make a $100 payment every single month religiously. It's the second payment that comes out after my rent. I make sure that I pay that back. And then, y'all, we only have 2 more to talk about. I haven't quite confirmed this yet, but I'll talk about it here in just a minute. And then I'm going to give you the total update of what we owe standing now moving forward for the month of July. So the last 2 is, this one here is my self-credit builder. Y'all, I'm in a 2-year program. I completed a 1-year program, y'all. A 1-year program, I did. And completed it successfully at the highest level that self-credit builder allows you to, $150 per month. As soon as that was paid off, they gave me the option to do a 2-year program at $150 per month for 2 years. It's allowing me to build that healthy credit that I need to for history-wise. It's boosting my credit score up, and it's doing amazing. So with that being said, I still owe $3,000. It sounds like a lot, y'all, but remember, this is a program for $150 over 2 years, okay? So it's not making or breaking my bank at the moment. $150 I can handle. Every other month, they give me the option to dump part of my savings that I have been putting in religiously every month of $150. As soon as it starts to build up in the savings part, I'll say, hey, do you want to dump a certain amount on top of your self-credit activated card that you have? Which means I could use it on the spot if I choose to. And I always max it out to what the total highest allowance that they allow me. So no sweat. I still have $150 to pay. And my payment agreement ends in, I want to say it's April of 2025. I can pay it off faster if I choose. I'm not sure I'm going to. We don't know. Maybe I'll pay several months at a time when all my other things are taken care of. Or maybe I just continue at the $150 until it's paid off. So we have that. Last but not least is the bike, and that is Danya's $1,000 e-bike that my husband got for $450, brand spanking new from the company. Once they bring in new models, they move out the models before that. So this bike goes approximately 25 up to 30 miles an hour. It is a $1,000 bike, discounted deeply down to $450, brand new, factory shipped from the factory. My ex-husband and his father put it together. He'll be bringing that over shortly. My portion was to pay $225. My ex-husband said he was paying $225. This is on his credit card that he put it on. I made a $50 payment already, and apparently he made a $50 payment, bringing it down to I only owe him $175. Here's the deal. He still owes $50 for Jesse and $50 for Philip this month for school clothes, spring and summer clothes, I should say. School clothes is really fall and winter, but spring and summer clothes. I'm going to make the deal with him, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go ahead and take this on. Instead of him paying me the extra $100 between the other two kids, he's already paid Danya her $50 this month. He's only paying $100 per child for the whole entire spring and summer. So that's $300 between 3 kids. He's already given Danya her $50 for this month. All 3 kids got $50 last month, and they're supposed to get all $350 this month. I'm going to ask him to take $100 off that bike that I owe so I can drop it down to $75. And instead of him paying me the $100 between Jesse and Philip for clothing, I'm going to take that on, and I'm going to go ahead and take them and make sure that they each get at least their $50 from their father's side, and they'll get more from my side, of course, because I always pay a lot more than what he does. But with that being said, that will drop me down to only owing $75 for the bike, and that means in August I will just snap, pay him $75 and be done, because there's no reason he should give me $50 for me to turn around and give him back $50, and then him give me another $50 for the other kid and then turn around and give it back to him, when I can just say, hey, look, instead of you paying $100 this month for Jesse, between Jesse and Philip's clothing, take the $100 off of what I owe, and then I will over here filter through the rest of the money that I need to for Philip and Jessica for clothing. Trust me, he'll go for it, because we don't like to bounce money back and forth like that. So it's not set in stone yet, so it's not written down here until I talk to him first, and that's where we stand with the bike. Next time you see this next week, you'll probably just see that the bike is only $75, and that will fall off the fastest. But I'm okay with that. So where are we at right now? Well, like I said at the beginning, we have $11,115.70 in debt. Our payments between the $265 and the $25 come up to $290 for the second week of July that we're paying in. We are paying into this debt every single week when it comes to our consolidation loan, y'all. When it comes to the consolidation loan, that is what we paid. So we're down to owing my consolidation loan now much less, $4,635. Y'all, we are under $11,000 in debt now. We were at $10,825.70. We have finally gotten under $11,000. I'm hoping by the end of this month to be down to maybe $10,500. I would love to be at $10,200. We shall see what happens. In the beginning of August, after my first week of August is paid, I want to be in the $9,000 range. Probably the higher end of $9,000, maybe mid-range, we shall see. But that is where we are standing with our debt currently right now. I told you, I'm building my credit. I'm being responsible. I'm paying all of my bills on time. My credit cards are paid. Everything is paid. I'm squeezing our groceries. I've been watching Meals with Maria. I have been watching every single channel that I can watch. Art of Michelle is another really good one that I've been watching. Depression meals, things like that, so that I can use what I have currently on hand, most of what I have on hand right now, to try to make our meals stretch and try to pay under $125 on the 10th of this month, which is coming up a couple of days here in July, so that I can stick even more money towards my debt. So watching a bunch of different videos, trying to see if I can do maybe meals at home and only spend $50 or something of that nature. I do know I need to get ground beef and bread. Those are the two things. I'm not currently making bread right now. Honestly, I don't have the energy to do so, and I know it sucks because a loaf of bread right now is $1.45 just for the great value bread, and that's the cheapest. Don't prefer the cheapest because it's worse quality for us, but right now, if it fills my kids' bellies, then that's what we're doing. So yes, y'all, we're at $10,825.70 in debt. We have dropped down below $11,000, and I'm super excited. By doing all of that, by trying to make meals stretch, by using my prepper pantry and freezers and what I have on hand, and only bring in fillers that I need to fill those meals, I will be able to drop my budget really low. I've been playing tonight with my Walmart app trying to see how low I can get the total. So that's what we have. Now, in acquirance of my credit score, I told you my credit numbers were finally going to jump up again. Y'all, we are part of the 700 club now. So yay. Now we are moving in to the 700 club. I could only dream to be in the 800 level, and maybe that can happen in the next year or 2 years. We never know. But as I continue to have the good credit, make sure my bills are all paid on time, paid in full, things of that nature. That is why, y'all, I do everything on auto draft. I don't want to forget anything. I want to make sure everything's covered at the first beginning of the month. That way I don't come up and go, oh my gosh, I can't make a payment, or I can't pay this, or I forgot to pay this. That has helped me so much also raise my credit score. So, any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, anything of that nature, leave it down in the comment box down below. We will see you on Monday. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. The kids' schooling books are not going to come in until Sunday, so I may sneak a little video in on Sunday and show you my setup for schooling. If not, you'll see it next week. But we are taking the weekend off to do some things around the house. So we'll catch you guys on Monday. Might pop in Sunday with a little video. We shall see. But until then, y'all, remember to stay safe. Take care. Have a great weekend. Without Limits is out.